I think I mentioned earlier, but all this, any machine, any environment, it's local, C drive on everybody. When is a good time to perform this? You're getting errors over and over. Features that worked before now don't. The location tool, that guy's been acting up. He stopped working. You're running distribution. Rerunning distribution hasn't fixed it. I mentioned earlier, I lean on that first, distribution. You guys do too, probably, right?
Yeah. That's usually the first go-to is
Yep.
rerun that distribution.
Yeah. 99% of the time, I'm rerunning the distribution on anybody's stuff. Even if you said, I just ran it, I'll be like, well, let me just do it. Let me see. That's distribution usually, especially on a mobile, that's what tells that mobile what we're doing, how we're end shifting. It's its instructions on how to work. All right, so we're going to clear out the track. Here's a good example. They all got the same date because I fudged this up. But usually they got a 6/5 2019, maybe a 2017 here. There's a whole bunch of different dates. We got a problem here. This guy needs to get wiped out. Some of these haven't fully installed. Even if your last one did, we're going to start fresh. Delete all the folders. Find that reg key name, INI file again. And what we're going to do here is we're going to delete a couple things. Depending on what you want to run or what you want to do, what you don't think is working, you can delete individual stuff. You could delete just the pack, just the map, or both. Now the baseline should function like that, I've been told, but it doesn't. So don't try that guy just yet. That's a little different. It should, according to Jerry, but I've proved her wrong on that. That would be nice. It will be working. It will be nice to have that as well. So we think the pack is the issue here. We're going to delete everything after the equal sign. So all you want there is tracks pack equals. If that is the case, this machine, when it talks to our update server, the update server says, you don't got anything on you. I'm going to give you from pack 000, which is our 14-year-old, the first pack ever made, all the way up to the end. I'm going to give you everything. So wiping that out isn't a bad thing. If it's been missing packs like you saw with all the folders, it's grabbing them all now. It's going from 0 to the latest level. You can do it with map too. And it should look something like that. Now I probably shouldn't have pulled out that baseline, but you guys already know that don't work. Okay, so when you got that done, close that file. It'll say, do you want to save it? Say yes, save it. Otherwise, you guys know, those versions will get back in there. All right, when to run the same distribution again. Mobiles sometimes don't fully run distribution. Other mobiles are working just fine and just this one machine's acting up. Don't waste time creating another distribution, just run this guy again. This is another easy fix. Simply delete one file. And what causes it? Files get corrupted. A database could get corrupted on that mobile. The Office side, I doubt the database got corrupted, but you never know. It could be a Windows issue. And does this work for Office machines? Yeah, all this stuff works whether you're master, your Office, your mobile. They all got to run distributions, at least at first, or down the road to straighten them out. That's backward. All right, running the same distribution again. On a mobile and Office computer, we got to find the distribution log file, and that is located in your C drive, program data, tracks, settings folder. If you don't have a distribution log file, it's never ran one. If it hasn't ran it properly, delete that guy. Delete that file. Close out of that window. It's only an XML file. You're not going to hurt anything. and then locate your most recent distribution. Now maybe you don't know this, but if it's already ran a distribution, it knows where that location is for that distribution. Just open and close tracks, it'll run it. If it doesn't know where the distribution is, you gotta manually go to it, which you probably manually run them, don't you? Is it easier? Distribution?
For this part, like doing this, generally not. It knows.
On a fresh build, though, you have
On
to.
a fresh build,
Yeah.
you definitely have to run
Yeah.
the distribution. Otherwise,
So like he said, on a build that they're trying to fix, it already knows where this mobile distribution is. It'll do it. On a fresh build, you gotta tell it, hey, this is where we're at. And you gotta manually go to it and run it, and then it'll make the log file. From there on, it will update another file with the path, so it'll always talk to that distribution. And you'll see there, that's a mobile distribution. If you want to run a mobile distribution again, that's the file you run. It's a batch file. It's the only one that'll do anything in there. But you find that location, you double click on that guy, and that will manually run the distribution again. Office is the same type of procedure. It's called office distribution.batch. Fresh installs of office machines tend to play pretty good. They'll look for forms, they'll do a lot of stuff, but you do got to run an office distribution on that guy too. Otherwise, it's tough to generate document numbers. It can cause some other issues that you might not see at first. So it might seem like it's great, but once you run an office machine distribution one time, that office machine should play nice from then on. Mobiles are different. They always need this guy.